Let's now shift our focus back to controversy here in India that is dominating the political spectrum. Now, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be laying the foundation stones for two new campuses of the Delhi University in East and West Delhi on January 3rd that will house colleges named after Hindutva ideologue Veer Savarkar and late BJP leader Sushma Swaraj. The proposal to name these colleges after the two leaders was cleared at a meeting of the Executive Council way back in 2021. During the meeting, Vice-Chancellor Yogesh Singh declared that the names of Savarkar and Swaraj had been finalized for consideration. But on expected lines, the Congress party now is seeing red over the move involving the former's name. Congress has gone on to say that the university should have honored freedom fighters instead. In response, the BJP and Savarkar's grandson have slammed the Congress over the disrepute the party is yet again bringing to Savarkar. Remember, in the past, during the debate on constitution in the Lok Sabha, leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi had mentioned Veer Savarkar, alleging that the Hindutva ideologue had said that there is nothing Indian in the constitution. Ever since, the Congress has been seeking to put a lid on the heat generated by Gandhi's remarks after it threatened to derail attempts to forge opposition unity last year. Also, after Congress ally Shiv Sena UBT, worried about its Maharashtra base, raised the matter with Rahul and Sonia Gandhi, an agreement was reached to cool off on Savarkar. And yet, this has not stopped the senior Congress leader Nasir Hussain from raising the matter this time around as well. In fact, interesting to note here is that the Uddhav Sena has demanded a Bharat Ratna for Veer Savarkar. But in an attempt to keep the pot burning, now NSUI President has written to Prime Minister Narendra Modi demanding that the college be named after Dr. Manmohan Singh instead. So we are asking today, Savarkar honor for Veer opposition, is it really misguided, or is it an attempt by the opposition to keep the nation misguided on Veer Savarkar?
दिल्ली विश्वविद्यालय के लिए बहुत ही खुशी और गर्व की बात है कि कल भारत के आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी 3 प्रोजेक्ट्स की आधारशिला रखेंगे। एक तो ईस्ट दिल्ली कैंपस, दूसरा वेस्ट दिल्ली कैंपस और तीसरा सावरकर कॉलेज जो कि रोशनपुरा नजफगढ़ के अंदर एस्टैब्लिश हो रहा है।
BJP is just trying to legitimize them because they don't have any icons of theirs during the freedom struggle.
शिवसेना तो बार बार मांगनी कर रहे हैं, सावरकर ये भारत रत्न इनको देना चाहिए।
महापुरुषों का अपमान, यही कांग्रेस पार्टी की बन चुकी है पहचान। फिर से एक बार राहुल गांधी जी ने वीर सावरकर जी का अपमान करवाया है।
Going to my guest joining me this evening, Siddharth Yadav, spokesperson of the BJP, is with us. Also with us is Charan Singh Sapra, national spokesperson of the Congress party. Also with us is C.S. Jha, leader of Shiv Sena Uddhav faction. And last but not the least, Uday Mahurkar, who is the author of the book Veer Savarkar and former Chief Information Commissioner. He is also with us. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. Let me begin with you, Mr. Sapra. What is the reason for this hardlining of stance when it is on the Veer Savarkar name for the Congress party, sir?
See, let me make it clear that it is not about opposing Savarkar. It is about exposing the ideology of Savarkar and the ideology of RSS, which had been largely anti-Mahatma Gandhi, which had been largely anti-freedom movement initiated by Mahatma Gandhi. Especially, I would like to quote Quit India movement of 1942. And Savarkar and his ideology and RSS, they have been anti-Ambedkar. They have been anti the constitution which was framed by Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar. They had clearly said that there is nothing Indian in it. They had burned the copies of the Constitution of India. They had burned the effigies of Babasaheb Ambedkar. They have been against the tricolour which was finalized as the national flag. And they did not hoist the national flag for 52 years. at their headquarters in Nagpur. And moreover, the fact is, see, the history cannot be erased. History can be distorted by some people who have a malified interest. But the fact is that Savarkar supported the two-nation theory of Jinnah. August 15, 1943, it was Savarkar who said that I have nothing to do with this and I support the two-nation theory. Again, when they had a government in Sindh, Hindu Mahasabha and Muslim League had a government together, the Assembly of Sindh was the first to propose the two-nation theory, and Hindu Mahasabha did not oppose it. Savarkar did not oppose it. So this shows the malified intentions of Savarkar. This shows the RSS ideology, the ideology of Hindu Mahasabha, and this shows that somewhere Savarkar was against Mahatma Gandhi, and now BJP and RSS, they want to place Savarkar parallel to Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi has been accorded father of the nation. They want Savarkar to be shown as father of the nation part 2. Congress is not going to allow that. This is the hidden agenda of Bharatiya Janata Party and RSS.
But Mr. Sapra, it was Mahatma Gandhi who had in fact requested for clemency for the Savarkar brothers in the past. That is also part of history. Why is the Congress party choosing to see history in a very, very selective way?
No, it's not about selective way. The fact is that Savarkar had written 6 apology letters or the mercy petitions from the same jail in which another 795 prisoners were there. Why other prisoners did not write? So there are certain things, there are certain arguments on which the RSS or the Bharatiya Janata Party is not able to answer. So the fact is that the mercy petitions were written, the apology letters were written, Savarkar had supported the Britishers, and it is also the fact that Savarkar was admitting Indian and the RSS people in British army and not in the army of Subhash Chandra Bose, the Azad Hind Fauj. This is also the fact. That's why I said that history cannot be erased. History can be distorted, which the BJP and RSS is trying to do.
Okay, Mr. Siddharth Yadav, your response to what the member of the Congress party is saying, and also the fact that Congress leader Mr. Hussain went on to say that the naming of the college should have been after a freedom fighter who's actually fought for the freedom of the country. How does the BJP respond to this?
First of all, I think whatever Mr. Sapra was saying either was rhetoric or was falsehood. The Congress party is, in a fix that they cannot get out of the phenomenon of the Nehru family. They cannot think anybody to be a freedom fighter other than Jawaharlal Nehru or anybody who has been with the family, and that is why stalwarts and freedom fighters like B.R. Ambedkar, Subhash Chandra Bose have always been undermined over the history. The same was the case with Veer Savarkar. Now, I will only ask 2 questions. Point number one point you raised that Mahatma Gandhi had also asked for clemency of these Savarkar brothers. In 1980, Indira Gandhi, the leader of Congress party, the Prime Minister of the country, wrote a letter, and she writes that Savarkar is a remarkable son of the soil. That's what she writes. She writes that she wishes to celebrate the year that Savarkar, and I wish to quote her. And she says that it is important that how the Veer Savarkar is daring defiance of the British government has its own importance in the annals of our freedom movement. I wish to celebrate the birth centenary of this remarkable son of India. Now, either Indira Gandhi ji was right, or today Sapra ji or Rahul Gandhi is right. But what has lately happened with the Congress party is that they have become, in a fix of being ideologically hollow. They are willing to find villains of India whom they wish to place and then abuse over the years. Now, if Veer Savarkar is not a freedom fighter, Veer Savarkar is not someone who has contributed in the freedom struggle, then who has? He was one person who was given 2 times life imprisonment of the Kalapani jail. You tell me one Congress leader who has done so? One freedom fighter who was given that punishment? One freedom fighter who dedicated his life for the freedom struggle? What are the compulsions? I'll just complete in 10 seconds.
Yes.
I wish to ask that what are the compulsions of the Congress party today that you wish to undermine such a son of India? And when you say that he was the one who signed a mercy petition or who, seeked mercy or who apologized, I wish to quote Jawaharlal Nehru from his own autobiography of 1961. On page number 116, Jawaharlal Nehru writes that after being jailed for 12 days, I was ashamed of entering the jail. I apologize. He apologized in the contempt of court apology in 1921. Jawaharlal Nehru did an apology, wrote an apology, that was fine. But Veer Savarkar had to write in the circumstances. You wish to hide the history. You have hidden the history from the youth, from the people of this country. You have manipulated it for over the years for your own convenience to only highlight contributions or a single man or a single family.
The question comes back to the Congress party, Mr. Sapra, that it is selective reading of history. There is one instance that Mr. Yadav has spoken about where Indira Gandhi has praised V.D. Savarkar for being a remarkable son of the soil, to Sonia Gandhi really claiming that if at all a picture of Savarkar is adorning the walls of the parliament, that is a waste of space. How did that entire view of the Congress party go from what Indira Gandhi used to think or what Mahatma Gandhi used to think to what Sonia Gandhi or Rahul Gandhi really claim about V.D. Savarkar at the moment, to what is happening now? Why has it become so?
See, again, I would like to say that the history cannot be erased. Now, whatever Indraji has written or Indraji has said or whatever you have quoted about Sonia Gandhi ji, that does not absolve V.D. Savarkar from the fact what I said, that on 15th August 1943, he had supported Jinnah for the two-nation theory. That is also the fact. And there is also a fact when the Sindh province passed the first resolution of two-nation theory, it was Hindu Mahasabha which supported, it was Veer Savarkar who supported. That's what I'm trying to say. It was the inspiration of Savarkar that compelled Godse or inspired Godse to...
I would like to step in now.
That's why there was
you must bring some voices
there
who
was
can
a
speak
trial
with authority.
and Savarkar had to go through a prolonged
You have to bring in
trial.
voices who can speak with some
Savarkar had
authority.
to go through a prolonged trial. So these are also the facts which cannot be erased in the history. So that is what we are trying to say. The hidden agenda of RSS and Bharatiya Janata Party today is to place Savarkar parallel to Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi is father of the nation. They want Savarkar to be father of the nation part 2. That's the whole fact. And this is the hidden agenda.
I'll come to you, Mr. Yadav. Let me actually bring in Mr. Uday Mahurkar. Mr. Mahurkar, isn't it true, and what the Congress member is saying, that there are attempts that are being made by RSS and Bharatiya Janata Party to equate V.D. Savarkar with the father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi? In fact, make Savarkar the father of the nation instead. That is what the hidden agenda is. But isn't it true that Mahatma Gandhi really said that that V.D. Savarkar is in jail for loving the country too much? These are also the words of the father of the nation. So how does one see the politics around V.D. Savarkar in the current sphere?
You see, if there is anyone who is distorting history, it is the Congress.
Okay.
It is Rahul Gandhi. It is my friend who has joined me in this debate. Let me tell you one thing. Savarkar's apologies were very, very different. He made it very clear. He has not hidden it. It is there in two of his books, and he has said that I apologize because I am a revolutionary. I am not the follower of Mahatma Gandhi. I am a revolutionary. Therefore, my first job is to come out of the jail and start the fight again to dethrone the British from this country. And Sachinana Sanyal, the great revolutionary, he followed Savarkar's advice. Savarkar is to tell his fellow revolutionaries, look here, we are followers of Shivaji. We have to use Chanakya Niti. So Savarkar's apologies have to be seen in the backdrop of Chanakya Niti. One. Two, in 1945, Lord Wavell called the Shimla conference to discuss the issue of partition. The only party he did not invite was Hindu Mahasabha and Savarkar. And when the executive member of the Viceroy's Council, N.B. Khare, when he asked Lord Wavell, all these things are properly quoted in my book. When N.B. Khare asked Lord Wavell, why have you not invited Hindu Mahasabha and Savarkar? He said they are greater enemies of the British than the Congress. This is 1945. So, you see, the basic thing is that Savarkar was opposing the Muslim appeasement policies of the Congress as well as the British. He was doing two things. And today's Congress is totally surrendered to Muslim vote bank politics, to radical Muslims,
Chaliye, we will come back to the vote bank politics bit in just a bit.
Time to this, let me finish.
All right, please go ahead.
Ashok Madani
10 seconds.
supports Taliban, he supports Rahul Gandhi also, he supports Congress also. So, Veer Savarkar is the greatest opponent of Muslim vote bank politics, and therefore he is a tool for Congress for getting Muslim votes.
So you are saying that he did advocate for Jinnah's two-nation theory?
No, not at all. Not at all. If there was this is totally out of context.
Okay.
It was Savarkar who said in his 1937 speech when he took over as president of Hindu Mahasabha that the Congress Muslim vote bank politics can lead to partition. He was the first person who foresaw partition 10 years before it happened.
Okay.
Therefore,
Mr. C.S. Jha, let me bring you. All right. Let me actually get the fourth speaker a chance now, Mr. Markar. You have had your chance. Mr. Jha, you know, there was a suggestion that was made by Uddhav Thackeray in the past, both the Bharatiya Janata Party and the Congress Party, to look at the future and stop harping on Nehru and Savarkar. What will you say to what is the discourse at the moment, sir?
See, we have always raised objections with regard to any kind of defame or distortions upon the historical persons being brought by any of the parties, and we have also raised opposition of the Congress on raising the issue of Veer Savarkar. And we have continuously been saying that you should not speak on Veer Savarkar. We have raised the issue to the central government also that Veer Savarkar should be given Bharat Ratna, and it was from long time being pending and it has not been given. And it shows the category and the elections importance to the BJP and nothing else. So when the elections come, they rake the issues of historical persons or any kind of history and any kind of distortions being done by them. We did not discuss any distortions in the history. We are complying with the history, and history shows the way. So the interpretations being done by BJP in their own way, by Congress being done in their own way. So continuously you cannot defame any historical person. They are being there, because of which we are seeing the sunrise in our country, and we are not in any kind of boundaries. We are seeing the progress in the country. So these issues should be kept apart. There are many issues which have to be raked up in favor of the public, because the public is suffering right now. We should raise the issues with regard to public. We should not go and distort the history. Third thing is that...
So who is distorting the history?
See, the BJP is distorting the history in accordance with their own whims. Congress is also doing it, because we are seeing the objections coming from Congress with regard to Veer Savarkar.
No, so you are saying Congress is distorting the history, or they are selectively reading history? They are choosing to only pick up parts that benefit them.
See, speaking on distortion of history, you cannot be selective. Distortion comes from both the parts.
Okay.
By the BJP as well as Congress. We have always honored Veer Savarkar. We have always honored Jawaharlal Nehru. We have honored Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. We have honored Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. We don't want to distort any kind of history. Selective distortion cannot be there, because distortion happens with an intention to distort the history, to do or gain politically.
Okay.
This is the reason main behind it, and we are not giving any support to any of the parties with regard to it. And we are continuously being saying that Bharat Ratna should be given to Veer Savarkar, but it has never been given by BJP for last 11 years.
So, Mr. Yadav, fingers are being pointed at the Bharatiya Janata Party. This honor that the BJP or the central government suggests that it is giving to V.D. Savarkar isn't enough, is what the Shiv Sena Uddhav faction really is claiming. That naming a college after Veer Savarkar really not enough. Why not a Bharat Ratna?
No, I asked my friend from the Uddhav Sena faction that is it really the stance of the Uddhav Sena faction that we are distorting history? Are they really sure about it? Because I've
already asked that question. I want to understand why not a Bharat Ratna is the question that Uddhav Sena is asking. How would the BJP respond to that?
And definitely, whatever due course has to happen, whatever samman, whatever recognition has to be given to our freedom fighters, it is going to be given, and definitely only under the Bharatiya Janata Party. Because let me tell you a fact, before 2001, there were only two definitive stamps of the Indian Postal Services. One was Jawaharlal Nehru, one was for Indira Gandhi. We were the ones who introduced for B.R. Ambedkar in 2001, for Subhash Chandra Bose. The Congress party has historically never recognized any freedom fighter, never given any due share. But I'm amazed by the question that my friend from Shiv Sena Uddhav faction is asking, because they are standing with people who call Veer Savarkar as anti-national, who call Veer Savarkar is not even a freedom fighter. And then they ask the Bharatiya Janata Party. First ask your alliance partner. You fought an election with them. You are saying that Veer Savarkar, requires due credit. But the people that you are fighting the election with, they are not giving due credit. But this is point number one. And let me also correct, because in the last time while my friend from Congress was speaking, he was incorrectly misquoting Savarkar by saying that he was in support of the two-nation theory. I categorically reject it, because he made it very clear in the presidential address at the Hindu Mahasabha in 1937. He was a critique of the Lahore Resolution in 1940 at multiple occasions. He was always advocating for a unified India. But what exactly B.R. Ambedkar has spoken for Jawaharlal Nehru when it comes down to partition must be read by my friend from Congress. He said that Jinnah and Nehru both were equally responsible. So when you have to get down into history, go into all fractions. Just do not, misread it, and do not try to conveniently, read the parts which are convenient to you. But rather, even if you do so, do not label a freedom fighter who gave his life for India as anti-national.
Okay, Mr. Yadav, point taken, but you have also very conveniently digressed from the question that I asked you. Why not a Bharat Ratna for V.D. Savarkar?
No, I have not. I have told you that the government will take appropriate decision on such issues. Now, Bharat Ratna has to be given, cannot be decided on a CNN 6 p.m. show. The Bharat Ratna will be decided by the cabinet of this country.
No, I am asking you only because the BJP agitates a lot when the Congress party says anything about Veer Savarkar. So, if the cause of Veer Savarkar is so close to Bharatiya Janata Party, why not a national honor for him? And why is it so delayed?
Griha, nobody is saying no to that question. Nobody is saying no. I, sitting on your television show, I am saying that, is that correct? Today, one college is being named after Veer Savarkar, and you see the reactions. The reactions. Today, when college is being made, what is the Congress party responding? How is the Uddhav Sena faction is in a fix? What are the reactions from all such political parties coming up? We are open for all recognition, for all samman that our freedom fighters require. We will do so because we are not biased to one political family.
Okay, Mr. Sapra, why is the Congress party so rattled with just a naming of a college after V.D. Savarkar? Of course, he was part of India's freedom struggle. Now, we've also had the NSUI president write to Prime Minister Modi saying that name it after Dr. Manmohan Singh instead. I mean, the Congress party is not ready to let go of that entire controversy that you guys raked up with asking for a memorial for Dr. Singh. Now that is in consideration, this is another agenda that the Congress party is looking at. Is that so?
No, Riya, not exactly. Let me first correct my friend from Bharatiya Janata Party, whereby he was quoting Savarkar from 1937. What I am quoting is 15th August 1943 at Nagpur. What Savarkar had said about two-nation theory, and he had supported Jinnah. That's what I am saying. Maybe he is not aware of it.
Okay.
Secondly, when he is saying that Congress has not honored other freedom fighters or other nationalist people, let me remind him that in 1966, it was Congress party who had erected the statue of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar in the parliament premises, which BJP doesn't know and they don't speak also. So let us put that to rest. Now I am coming to your question, which you said. See, NSUI.
No, in 1944, Savarkar had conveyed the.
One moment.
Mr. Maurkar, I'll come to you. Wait your turn, please, sir.
Now, I never.
Why 43?
Yes,
44. Talk about 44.
Mr. Maurkar, I'll come to you. You'll make your point when the time is right. Sir, please wait your turn. Mr. Mahurkar, please wait your turn. Yes, Mr. Sapra. Mr. Sapra.
You are an author. Please keep quiet. You are not
Mr. Sapra, please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Yeah, Mr. Mahurkar.
Why should I keep quiet?
Yeah. I'm saying
okay, let's not interject one another. I'm here to steer the debate. Mr. Sapra, please make your point. Mr.
Mahurkar also.
No. I'm here to do the interjection, sir. Mr. Sapra, please complete your point. Don't directly speak to other speakers. Don't do that. No.
If NSUI,
You read my book.
If NSUI,
And challenge it in the
Mr.
court.
Mahurkar, let him make his
now
point.
again, read his book. Now leaving your debate aside,
Mr.
I should read his book.
Mr. Mahurkar,
Why
let him
should I
make his
read your
point.
book?
You will
You
respond
are
it
a
at
RSS
your time,
functionary,
sir.
Mahurkar.
Keep the debate there if you want to.
You are betting for RSS. I know
All
that.
right, Mr. Sapra, are you completing your point, sir? We just have 2 minutes on this broadcast.
If
Please,
NSUI president has written about Dr. Manmohan Singh, he has rightfully done. We have freedom of expression. He has expressed. And this is not only NSUI president.
So I want to understand from you, Mr. Sapra.
People who believe in Dr. Manmohan Singh who also want this.
I want to understand from you that is the only honor you need for late Dr. Manmohan Singh, a naming of a college, or you think that the agenda that you started with the memorial conversation, now that the government has put out an official word that they are considering that, so that point is away from the entire dialogue and discussion, and you think you're not able to corner the central government over it, and that's why you've raked this up, and the NSUI president has written to the Prime Minister. Why suddenly bring up Dr. Manmohan Singh's name in this?
नहीं, they are considering that. मतलब क्या मेहरबानी कर रहे हैं क्या डॉक्टर मनमोहन सिंह पे या कांग्रेस पार्टी पे? निगम बोर्ड घाट पर आपने जो करके उनका फ्यूनरल किया है, आपने उनका अपमान किया है, और अगर अभी आप मेमोरियल वगैरह ये अनाउंस कर रहे हो तो ये सारी चीजें पहले हो जानी चाहिए थी, और मेमोरियल वही बनना चाहिए था जहां पर फॉर्मर प्राइम मिनिस्टर का क्रिमेट हुए हैं. सो दिस गवर्नमेंट, यू नो, इट्स अ डबल फेस्ड गवर्नमेंट. इनकी कथनी और करनी में फर्क है. दे आर गेटिंग सेल्फ एक्सपोज एंड पीपल ऑफ इंडिया वाचिंग देम. They have a different agenda. They have a defined agenda of RSS and Hindu Mahasabha, which the BJP current
Mr. Mahurkar, you can make your point now.
In the country.
No. You see, then let me intervene in this also, you know. I think Mr. Sapra should read Sanjay Baru's book as to how, when he was Prime Minister, Manmohan Singh was, the way he was treated by Congress family, Congress first family. I think you should read that book by Sanjay Baru.
No, first I would like to know
Mr.
which
Sapra,
book you have written.
didn't you have your chance, sir?
First,
Let him make his point now.
Which book you have written?
Mr. Mahurkar, I introduced the book that he has written. Mr. Sapra, please, let's not make personal comments. Mr. Mahurkar, please go ahead.
Please let me know which book
Mr. Sapra, please. Mr. Sapra, I supported you to make your point. Kindly let him speak, sir.
Mr. Mahurkar to RSS. He is acting like a cheerleader of RSS. That's why.
It cannot be a shouting match. I'd have to actually wrap it up because the two speakers here want to really have a one-to-one. But that entire controversy associated with Veer Savarkar refuses to die down, even as one of the Congress allies, that is the Shiv Sena, UBT, is not very happy about this particular discourse. They claim that both the BJP and the Congress are choosing to distort history to their pleasing.